First Lady Jill Biden responded to a point-blank question about President Joe Biden pardoning her stepson Hunter Biden. A body language expert told us she probably would have preferred not to, though. The First Lady was speaking to the families of National Guard members at the White House on December 4th. She seemed to be finished with her remarks, hugging some of the children in attendance, when a reporter called out,
Dr. Biden, what changed on the pardon for Hunter?
At first, Jill seemed to ignore the question entirely, focused on the kids surrounding her. But eventually, she leaned back over to the microphone and said, "Of course I support the pardon of my son," as an instrumental rendition of Sleigh Ride blared over the speakers. Is there something simmering beneath the surface there? We asked our in-house body language expert and behavior analyst, Tracy Brown, CSP, for her thoughts on the matter, and she had quite a few revelations to share. Brown immediately noticed that Dr. Biden was doing her best to ice out the reporter, telling Nikki Swift, "Besides ignoring the question at first and continuing to hug the kids, when she gets to the mic, she barely gets over to it." That made her answer almost inaudible, even though she appeared to be speaking pretty forcefully. Brown continued, "So it's something she really doesn't want to address and wants to get out of there as quick as possible." That makes some sense. President Biden's December 1st pardon of Hunter, which came as the president's son was awaiting sentencing for federal convictions in both June and September, has drawn serious criticism from both sides of the aisle. A YouGov poll found that 50% of respondents disapprove of the pardon. It surely didn't help that the president had previously promised not to pardon Hunter.
"I'm not going to do anything. I said I abide by the jury decision. I will do that, and I will not pardon him."
Those remarks came in June, after Hunter was convicted of lying about his drug use on a form he filled out so he could purchase a gun. In September, Hunter pleaded guilty to tax evasion charges. As Joe finishes out his last days in office, his final actions seem to be coming under intense scrutiny, which could easily be spilling over into Jill's life in a way she doesn't want to discuss publicly. Brown noticed that one part of this question in particular is a sticky pain point for Jill, and it showed in her reaction. Brown noted, "Of interest is when she says the word pardon. She closes her eyes for an extended period and raises her eyebrows. This type of facial response can often indicate the subject is a tender one." Brown continued, "It's typically because it's something they don't want to see." The question was certainly a loaded one, especially since President-elect Trump and other staunch critics have used Hunter Biden's conviction to swipe at the entire Biden family. Brown added, "Of course, there's lots of negativity and controversy around the topic. Raised eyebrows show emphasis." Dr. Biden's body language made it clear she would rather not have been discussing the actions of her stepson or husband at the moment. If anything, she appeared to be incredibly over the whole issue. Though she probably wasn't thrilled about the results of the election, we'd be willing to guess Joe will be happy to be away from the stress of the White House in a couple of months.